more and more things are manufactured in automated facilities. Typically the equipment is being controlled by computers, and manual labor is a very small component of the actual cost. Here's where networking really becomes important. Industrial connectivity is really taking factory equipment, connecting it to either systems that monitor or control or manage them. And that can be done over modern Ethernet networks, used to be done over ArcNet networks and traditional serial networks. And today there's a very big trend of moving all these old legacy networks to modern Ethernet networks.
With the advent of wireless technology, there's a revolution in connectivity and communications and networking going on in industrial environments. A lot of this really surrounds the fact that there's huge amounts of information value beyond the core control capabilities that people are utilizing with automation. Some of the more high-growth niches for industrial communications connectivity that are emerging really fit under a few very distinct categories. One would be asset health. This is monitoring machines and taking information through these networks out of machines that allow you to predict failure before it happens. Supply chain integration and tracking. This is tracking of raw materials as they feed processes. The third high growth activity really revolves around movement of information to operators and other plant floor and other plant manufacturing personnel. All of these are feeding a huge growth opportunity in industrial communications and connectivity.
The benefits of networking would be to really network manufacturing equipment with the office, and then the data mining gets much easier. Decision making from a managerial standpoint gets much easier.
In the industrial world, you need to be able to connect things in a ruggedized fashion, meaning they have to be able to deal with high temperatures, electrical power surges, moisture, hazardous environments, hazardous conditions, not the typical thing computing equipment is used to doing.
When we're doing the equipment specification side of a project, we're looking for equipment that's got a proven track record of reliability. Reliability of the base components that go into the finished product for us is a very high concern.
Markets that use the technology, obviously factories, clear area where you have machines that need data and that give data. Infrastructure, you look at water, sewage facilities, you need to be able to manage these very spread out plants that have gates, pumps, any piece of equipment.
As we're working in the municipal industry, the mining industry, the food industry, light manufacturing, so it's pretty universal.
So if you think of healthcare facilities in addition to factories, if you think of sports stadiums, airports, data centers, any facility or process or both that essentially involves mission critical kinds of communication capabilities, that's really what industrial connectivity is about.
We have come in as a system integration and solutions company to install automated meter read utility grade meters to generate utility bills, to give real-time data of what that tenant's actually using, give real-time data of what's happening in the mall in case there's an electrical event that can help lead them to a cause and effect. Also, with the data, being able to remotely turn on and off a chiller pump or a boiler or lighting system remotely rather than being on site gives a management company more versatility. More and more people want to get involved with utility billing because they're buying their power in bulk and they want to be able to have a capture on ROI.
One of the hottest areas recently for growth in industrial and mission-critical communications is in alternative energy sources. Virtually every wind turbine on the Earth will probably require at least 2 Ethernet switches for monitoring and communications and data purposes. If you think and just begin to count up the growth that's anticipated in wind turbines the world over, you're talking about an opportunity that's as large as the communications opportunity is in manufacturing today. Industrial connectivity and communications will have huge impacts on our efficiency and our ability to compete in the world markets.
There's a huge installed base of systems that still haven't been connected to networks, and what that drives is a 30% plus growth rate in this marketplace. With a market that's barely been penetrated, we're talking sub 20% penetration. It is a huge market still with a very, very large opportunity.
People talk about the economy being down. From an efficiencies standpoint, clients fostering projects to increase efficiency in their facilities, it couldn't be better.
You've got basically maybe a 17% penetration of networking in the industrial world with a huge upside yet to go, and that's just in the installed base. Every new plant that's built is being designed from the ground up with a much higher amount of connectivity in it. both ends of the market very attractive with great growth rates going forward.